All rise.
Kosovo Specialist Chambers is now in session.
Please be seated. Good morning, Madam Court Officer. Could you please call the case?
Good morning, Your Honors. This is case KSC BC 2020-05, the Specialist Prosecutor versus Salih Mustafa.
Thank you. First of all, we'll call appearances. Madam Prosecutor, you have the floor.
Good morning, Your Honors. Good morning, everyone. The Specialist Prosecutor's Office today is represented by Prosecutor Cesare Michalczuk, by Case Manager Julie Mann, our legal intern Ari Bilotta, and myself, Silvia D'Ascoli, Associate Prosecutor.
Thank you, Madam Prosecutor. Victims' Counsel, you have the floor.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honors. Good morning, everybody. The victims are represented today by Marie-Pierre Barbeau, Senior Legal Associate, and myself, Lisbeth Zegveld, as co-counsel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Defense Counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Defense is represented by co-counsel Mr. Betim Shala, my interpreter and investigator, Mr. Fatmir Pillai, myself, lead counsel, Mr. Julius Van Bonnet, and joining us via remote is Mr. Mustafa.
Very well, thank you, Defense Counsel. Mr. Mustafa, you can hear me fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and for the record, you are appearing before Trial Panel 1.
Yes. Your Honor, I owe 2 references.
I was going to ask you for it, so thank you for that.
So the reference that we referred to yesterday first was about the issue of the word arrested, and that would be page 16, line 9 and line 19 and 20 of the transcript of yesterday, and the other issue was about the average age, and that was page 37, line 20 and 21. So I think that concludes the references.
Yes, yes. In general, it would be a good practice to do it during the hearing when you put your questions, or at the latest in the course of the same hearing. But anyway, thank you for this. We can now proceed with the testimony of the witness. It will be the panel who will be asking questions. Madam Court Usher, could you please usher the witness into the courtroom? Good morning. Mr. Witness, good morning, and welcome back to the Specialist Chambers. Can you hear me fine?
Microphone, please. Microphone, please.
Madam Court Usher, is the microphone on? Okay, I cannot see it from here, but okay. Can you hear me, Mr. Witness?
Yes, I can, thank you.
Did you have time to rest? Are you feeling well?
Yeah, very short time, but I'm fine, thank you.
Mr. Witness, today we will continue with your testimony. It's the turn for the judges to ask you some questions. We will try to gain some more clarity, some more details about things you already have given testimony on. I remind you that you are still under oath and that you need to continue to tell us. Yes, due to the nature of my questions, I think it's better that we go into private session, and I foresee that all the questions will be asked in the private session. Madam Court Officer, could you bring us into private, please? And if you say the word projectile holes, what do you mean? Shelling holes or bullet holes? So.
Little ones, bullets.
Signs at the buildings and in the courtyard of a military confrontation on that site? I mean, did you see abandoned military vehicles or uniforms or military equipment or something like that?
No, there was nothing to see that had been abandoned there. The only thing we saw that had been bullet holes, because the Serbian army used to shoot. You used to shoot, at the homes, at the houses around there. There were holes in the woodwork.
And do I understand you well that you attribute the bullet holes to the Serbs having been there?
The Serbs usually shot from a distance. They did not come any closer to the homes.
Have you heard about the Serbian offensive reaching this prison area in the last part of April '99 or later? Just if it kind of came to your knowledge. If you don't know, that's also an answer.
We heard of it because the refugees left that area and poured into Pristina because they were fleeing that offensive.
My question was if you heard that they went to that specific area. If you know that they went to that specific prison area.
They most certainly did. They checked every single house in the area.
Okay. And how did you get to know that?
I know of it because there hasn't been a single house that wasn't set aflame. Wherever the Serbian offensive went through, that's what they did.
Yes. But in this case, you refer to the bullet holes you saw. That's where you base it on, that you think that the Serbian were there. Or they shot at the houses.
You could see the bullet holes, and you could see that the granary, which was woodwork, was all penetrated by bullet holes.
Now, what I just trying to figure out, how you could know that it were the Serbs who did that and not somebody else.
There was no need for the KLA to cause that harm.
Thank you. Yeah. I would like to ask you some questions about the exhumation, and I can understand that it's not it's a complicated topic, but I have some specific questions. Yeah.
Your Honours, we're in public session.
Thank you, Madam Court Officer. Mr. Witness, we have reached the end of your testimony, and I can understand that it has been very demanding. I would like to thank you for your efforts you put into giving your testimony, and I believe that it will help us in our efforts to find the truth. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you too. And I'm fully confident in the justice you'll render.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. We wish you a safe journey home, and I remind you that you shall not discuss anything you have talked about in this courtroom with anybody. Yeah? And you will be now assisted by Madame Court Usher out of the courtroom. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Madam Prosecutor, is there something you would like to raise at this moment in time?
Yes, Your Honours, thank you. Just a brief procedural matters. Yesterday, the trial panel requested the SPO to inform the panel and the parties of a tentative week when the SPO anticipates to be able to conclude the case pursuant to Rule 129 of the rules. Your Honours, as you're aware, on the 23rd of November, we filed the notification regarding the last 3 witnesses expected to testify within the prosecution case. This is filing F00268. And therefore, we will have a witness 4485 scheduled for the week of the 17th of January, witness 4484 scheduled for the week of the 24th, and then the last witness 4849 scheduled for the week of the 31st January, 4th of February. So this will be the last witness, after whom the SPO does not expect to have additional witnesses. Similarly, we don't expect to have additional evidentiary material to be adduced after the testimony of the last witness. Therefore, we should be able to file a notification pursuant to Rule 129 either that very same week, that is by the Friday the 4th of February, or at the latest the Monday after that. So this was just to answer Your Honour's question with regard to these scheduling matters.
Okay.
Monday the 7th of February, I think. Yes, anyway, either that weekend or...
7.
Yes, yes, the 7th.
Because Friday is a 4th.
Friday is the 4th, yes.
Yeah. Okay. There will be, of course, still the request to tender evidence used with the last witness, because then we will already have entered February, and there's still a decision coming with regard to 4712. But yes, that gives us some more clarity as where we stand in the month of February. Thank you. Good. Good. Anything else to raise, Madam Prosecutor?
No, not at this stage. Thank you.
Victims' Counsel, is there something you would like to raise at this moment in time?
No, thank you.
Very well. Defense Counsel, is there something you would like to raise now?
No, just that we will file the revised document either today or tomorrow. The documents
with the clerical, the maybe maybe a clerical errors made by CMU,
exactly,
or additions.
Maybe line this or line that, and that is basically it.
Thank you, Defense Counsel. If the parties and the Victims' Council do not have anything else to raise with the panel, we will resume on Tuesday, 18th of January, 9:30, with the testimony of witness 4485. We are now entering the winter recess, so. I thank the parties and the Victims' Council and the people of the audiovisual booth and the interpreters and the security for their attendance and assistance. And the hearing is adjourned.
All right.